What lesson do we learn from the recently released PLE results? What was the performance in your area? And how does the performance relate to the voting pattern? How? Look at the voting pattern. Look at the results of PLE. And look at the future. Don't you think we are going to have more of the same? Places where there is high level of poverty, you will also see the way they vote. Places where there is high literacy rates, people understand, people are liberated in their mind, people question government programs, people want to understand why does this happen like this. You see things are different. This result of P7 should teach us that we are going into a new wave of imperialism. You'll prove me wrong someday, all right. Because let me tell you, the most extreme form of capitalism is imperialism. If rich people are very few and they become too rich, they will end up conquering the ones who are poor. Because conquering will be the only option left. Because poor people will be too poor to the extent that they cannot reject anything. And I see it coming. Because I have been hearing from some political analysts, the level of the people who work for money, the number of the proletariats are still few. That's why you see Uganda. Anything that looks like protest, it's so hard to organize. Why? Because people are on their own. Communities are living lives that is not central, that is not centralized. Not like in other developed countries where most people are factory workers. All the time they're together. All the time they're crowded in. So something can start from there. But that cannot happen in Uganda because of the social structure. So sometimes we blame people. It's the Cholis. It's the Karamojongs. It's the Baganda. It's the Banyankole. We are just biting ourselves in the bottle for nothing. We don't even need to blame ourselves, because the person who is controlling everything, he knows very well that after this they'll blame themselves. It is like someone said, the doctrine of Christianity, where if you don't go to heaven, they blame you for not praying hard. They blame the victim for not going to heaven. After all, you did not pray hard. Pray harder. So the result of P7 should make you think, rethink, re-strategize, and understand where Uganda is going. Guys, have you realized that the people on TikTok who even take time to listen to political analysis and words of mental liberation that we give here, the people are also few. But go to the pages of people who do comedy. Go to the people who do this comedy, these things on TikTok, making fun, making people laugh. Go and see how people are trending with challenges. You just get to know this is a country you cannot liberate very easily. Because people's attention is drawn to different things. People love gratification, self-gratification, merrymaking, being happy, laughing around. I pity Uganda because I look at Uganda. That's why I tell you, there are others who have been in the opposition. They have been strong opposition. They have been agitating for change. They have really been campaigning hard. People wake up. Sometimes if they don't get quiet, you find them even joining the ruling government. And when they join, that means they have joined the oppressors. They are also posted to come and oppress you. Because when they cross, they are given RDC. They are given ambassadors. They are given assistant RDCs. They now come back on you, and people will cry, oh, this one has sold us. But even if you talk here, the people who give you attention are very few. People want things that will make them laugh. Is it because people are already tired of thinking? They want a soft landing. So, I am saying that the lack of education, the inequality in the level of education, is a serious problem in Uganda. Another one is the economic level. It is reflected in education. You can see. In places where people have money, the result of PLE shows that the children passed highly. Why? Because they can participate. Parents' participation in the education of the child is so high. I'm a teacher. If they call parents meeting, they're available because they know the importance. If they maybe say the payment parents need to pay for tours, parents need to pay for this, people are willing. But what about in places where the poverty index is highest? Karamoja, Choli, West Nile, Lango, up here, up northern. So that goes on and on from economics to education up to politics. The thing is intertwined, it is interconnected. The pattern you see in the economic level of people will transfer into the education level, and later it will transfer into political participation. People who are not educated, they don't even know what is their right. They don't know. So for me, I just sympathize with our people, especially northern Uganda. I sympathize because I see they're still very, very far. I have taken time to live in the village for some few times. Oh my God. Oh my God. You'll just listen to how people reason. Do you know somebody will say, this leader, he thinks he's smart. He gave only 100,000. The friend gave 110. I will vote the one who gave us 110. There's something called Wang O, where they dish out cash. 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. If you don't give that money, you are dead. And who are the people who scramble for that money? The people who have failed P7. They ungraded, the 77,000 ungraded. You saw the Dan Odong was telling us on the day he was releasing results. 77,000 children ungraded. They got you. Those are the people who are going to be used cheaply for political capital. So, I have taken my time to think through the problem of Uganda. And guys, let me tell you, it is going to take a lot of effort by all and sundry to change the status quo in Uganda. It is going to take a lot of time, because how do we liberate people who cannot even think for themselves? How? Because they are kept poor all along, and in that election season is the time they see money. So when they see 1,000, they run there. You with your good message, like myself, even if I am a candidate, I am the best, they will tell you, that one is good at talking. He does nothing. So the result of P7 should tell you that the problems that we are having is still going to continue. The number of first grade, the level of poverty, translates to political participation. I have been saying that if we continue like this, if we continue like this, then we are going to reach a level where all the people who are talking now will keep quiet. Then when they keep quiet, then you know catastrophe is coming. Mark that word.